give me 3 more cars on the racetrack. 3 more cars, 5-2, 5-2, 1 out.
All right, we're going to get at least 5 cars out here, I believe, for these Crown Vics. We'll get them up to speed with their hot lap qualification session. They'll get around 3 or 4 laps, maybe a lap to get up to speed, and then we start timing the laps. They are official qualifying laps. The top 6 will go off in a Crown Vic Quick 6. That sounds pretty good. And the way they finish that Quick 6 dash will determine their starting spots for the front 3 rows for the 20-lap Crown Vic feature coming up in just a little bit. $500 to the winner here for the Crown Vics. $500 to win as well for the FWDs. They'll come out here in just a bit. Hudson atop the flag stand, going to give them the green flag. And we are underway with the Mountain Moonshine Classic night number 1 here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Green flag waves over the Crown Vic hot lap qualifications. And these drivers, they're carrying the transponders just like the super late models do, so we can have those times. Joseph McGill there in the J1, Anthony Gilpatrick, that's Amber, another young lady, Amber Gilpatrick, racing with us tonight in the 13 car. We have Opie Brandt in the 14, Dale Dunn in the 2 car, and Troy Davenport in the 5X. Here in this first of 2 groups for the Crown Vics. Getting their hot lap qualifying times. So far, Joseph McGill, J1, fastest with a 22.156. Then you've got Amber Gilpatrick, second quick with a 22.930. Actually, the fastest car is Opie Brandt now, the 14, 21.997. And Troy Davenport just come across as well, the 5X. He is quickest, 21.830. 21.830, that is the time to beat. And Dale Dunn just topped that with a 22.751 in the 2 car. So the 22.751, the best lap so far is the white flag. We're waving over the speedway for this first and only Crown Vic hot lap qualifying session, the top 6. Well, we've got another group of cars coming out next of the 11 that have signed in here tonight. So fastest so far, Dale Dunn, 21. Actually, Troy Davenport now fastest on his 4th lap, 21.800. So a lot of changes as they come across, as the checkered flag now waves for Joseph McGill. He will not be one of the faster cars. Troy Davenport in the 5X so far quickest with a 21.800. And that looks like that will wrap it up for this first of 2 groups here for the Crown Vics. Next group out onto the speedway. Some of these cars include the 20 of Anthony Brown, the 37 of Scott Randolph. Now, Scott Randolph, if you remember the Gold Digger from way back in the day at Tennessee Motor Speedway, that is actually Scott Randolph racing here in the Crown Vics. So it's a surprise to see him out. If you love racing, you'll race just about anything. The 51 of Greg Taylor in this group, the 327 of Cheyenne Licklider, and the 11 of Emma Coffey, the late sign in here for your Crown Vics. All right, green flag coming over the speedway once again. Second round of hot laps for these Crown Vics. Top 6 will go off in a Crown Vic Quick 6 here in just a bit. Troy Davenport with the fastest time so far in Group 1 with a 21.547. We'll watch these drivers. Scott Randolph already 5th quick, 22.640, trying to lock himself into the Quick 6 dash. Emma Coffey 7th quick with a 24.337. And we have a new leader, Emma Coffey, the 11 machine, 21.205. Wow, how about that? Scott Randolph has topped that, 21.406. So we've got some competition going on here in hot lap qualifications for the Crown Vics. Still no change. Scott Randolph, fast time, 21.169. His last lap was the quickest overall. Emma Coffey is second, 21.421 in the 11 car. 5X from Group 1, Troy Davenport is third quick, 21.547. Dale Dunn in Group 1 as well, number 2 car, 21.911. Opie Brandt from Group 1 is fifth quick, with a 21.941, and Joseph McGill on that bubble right now at 6th quick overall, getting into the fast car dash if it finishes the way it is right now. But white flag is out over the speedway. One more lap to go for these drivers to try to get their best lap in. So that is the final lap for the 20 car. That's Anthony Brown, end up 8th quick, 22.462. And we'll check these times. And these final few cars coming across the start-finish stripe for the final time. And that will wrap it up for Crown Vic hot lap qualifications. Scott Randolph, the 37, 21.169 is the fastest. Emma Coffey is second. Troy Davenport third. Dale Dunn fourth. Opie Brandt fifth. And Joseph McGill hangs on to that 6th spot. Those cars will go off in a Crown Vic Quick 6 dash to determine the starting lineups for the front 6 cars in your 20-lap 500 to win Crown Vic feature. Cheyenne Licklider was 7th, Anthony Brown 8th, Amber Gilpatrick 9th, and Greg Taylor 10th. So we only had 10 cars, as it turns out, that did take hot lap qualifications here for the Crown Vics. Go all night long. Your fast qualifier overall, a former dirt super late model racer from Baxter, Tennessee. He was known as the Gold Digger, the Gold 37 machine. That was back in the day when you didn't see gold race cars. His name is Scott Randolph. He's in the 37 car. His overall fast time, 21.169 in hot lap time trials earlier. Alongside him, the lady driver, Emma Coffey out of Washburn, Tennessee. She had a 21.238 in hot lap time trials. Row 2 presents Crossville, Tennessee's 5X of Troy Davenport and Dale Dunn, also out of Crossville in the 2 car. Row number 3 is Opie Brandt out of Newport, Tennessee in car 14. Joseph McGill out of Morristown in the J1. Row 4 on the inside, Cheyenne Licklider out of Dandridge, Tennessee in car 327. Anthony Brown out of Sevierville in car 20. Your 5th and final row, Amber Gilpatrick out of Knoxville in the 13. Greg Taylor out of Baxter in the 51. And Corey Vickers out of Cookville in car number 7. 20 laps, 500 to win. It pays $75 to start, just like the front-wheel drive feature, courtesy of Wayne Childress and the gang at New Point Lighting and Design. They're putting up extra money for Street Stock and Sportsman tomorrow. Street Stock has an additional $300 put up. Chad McLemore adding $100. 81E Excavating and Earthworks adding $200. So a $300 total bonus tomorrow night for Street Stock. They put on a great show every time out here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Looking forward to that. But these guys don't care much about that right now. They're going 2 by 2 by 2. The creepy crawlers over into turn number 3. Scott Randolph and Emma Coffey bringing the field slowly but surely around into turn number 4. Green flag waving from Darrell Watson, and we're underway for this Crown Vic feature here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. And Baxter showing the way into turns 3 and 4. He'll slide it and glide it, rounding into 3 and 4. This is definitely an all-Ford class, man, a side-by-side battle for the lead. All of a sudden, I mean, if you had a Mercury Marquis or a Lincoln Town car, that would be eligible as well. So Emma Coffey leading the first or the second lap, and all of a sudden something is amiss, it appears, and she is slowed tremendously. We've got cars. Oh, we finally get one up in the wall on the back straightaway. Doggone it, and she has definitely got something amiss, maybe a flat tire, I think. So, man, Emma Coffey's quick run there, leading the race, able to get by a late model driver, Scott Randolph, and lead the lap number 2, and then all of a sudden something goes awry, and now she's sitting down into the infield of turn 4. A tough break for Emma Coffey there in the number 11 car out of Washburn, Tennessee. Laps in, 18 to go here for this Crown Vic feature. Scott Randolph out of Baxter, Tennessee, the Gold Digger. Brings him off of turn 4. Green flag. Back over the speedway. We are underway once again for the Crown Vics. Oh, side-by-side battle for the lead and for third. Caution is out, though. We've got a spin in turn 2 involving a couple of cars. All right, we're going green next time by, the 51, I should say, after starting 10th. Greg Taylor's all the way up to 5th. We've had a few cars falling to the wayside, though. 8 cars remain. Green flag about to fly once again. Scott Randolph out of Baxter, Tennessee, bringing the field off. We're back underway here. Still just 2 laps. 18 remain. I'm not sure Opie Brand is not the fastest car. He closes the gap big time, exiting turn 2 and down the back straightaway on the 37 of Scott Randolph. 7 machine coming up from the 4th spot. He was Corey Vickers. I'm not sure he's been on the track. He started dead last. Look at this orange, white, and green car. He's just going to take that high side momentum and just wake them all up. He is definitely the fastest car on the racetrack. Corey Vickers out of Cookeville, Tennessee, started 11th, now is 2nd and working on the 37 for the lead. Here he comes off of turn 4. He will lead lap number 4. Suddenly, a new king in town here, exiting 2 down the back straightaway. He's already pulling away. Man, he was the fastest car from the word go. Where did that guy come from? So Scott Randolph still hanging on to 2nd, but he's got his rear view mirror, if they had any, full of the 14 of Opie Brand. They're side by side, a battle for 2nd, turn 2, exiting turn 2 now down the back straightaway. Joseph McGill right there as well, watching that battle. He's ready to pounce if something happens there. Now single file off of turn 4 as lap 6 about to be posted. It's one of those races, if we weren't for the leader running off and leaving, it'd be a great race here among these 3 cars. Scott Randolph along with Opie Brandt and the J1 of Joseph McGill. And winding up tighter than a rubber band. Exiting 2 down the back straightaway. Still got a battle. Opie Brandt looking to the inside of Scott Randolph. Randolph keeping a good line, though. I remember Scott Randolph back in the day. Remember when the dirt late models used to rear the left wheel completely off the ground? I mean, you literally could stand under the left front wheel as high as he would come off the ground, going about 120 around Tennessee Motor Speedway. It was exciting times back then when it was just, I mean, it was all out war at that racetrack. You never knew who was going to win week in and week out. And it was super late models when they were a part of the weekly show. And we get 20, 24 cars on a regular basis. And Scott Randolph would be one of those in the mix every time out. And he's just enjoying himself now in this Crown Vic as we're about to get halfway. All the way over here in turn 4, the 7 car started dead last, running first. Now he's leading lap 10. Corey Vickers out of Cookeville, Tennessee. A lot of guys coming from down in Middle Tennessee. You got a couple of Crossville drivers, 2 Baxter drivers, and a Cookeville driver. So half the field from Middle Tennessee. And they saw that $500 advertised on the line. Some of these don't probably have that much in the car. You can pay for it. Man, somebody's really squealing the tires. And we've separated them all the way around the racetrack now. As your leader comes here, takes lap number 12. It's all the way down here in turn 4. Scott Randolph 2nd, Opie Brandt 3rd, Joseph McGill still 4th. 5th place guy all the way down here, the 20 machine. That, of course, is Anthony Brown of Sevierville. I guess if you're Corey Vickers, you're just already rehearsing your lines in victory lane here. don't count your eggs before they hatch, right? He's got about 6 laps to go to make it happen. He may even catch some of the back markers as he exits turn 2 and down the back straightaway. He's got about a half track now on the second place of Scott Randolph. Those 3 cars are pretty close right there, second through third, or fourth rather, with Opie Brandt still hanging on to that 3rd spot, looking to the inside of Randolph. Joseph McGill still watching the battle there in 4th. All right. When your flagman reaches for the move over flag and the white flag at the same time, that means business is picking up here. And that is the case. Oh, the 20 machine has just slowed down to the infield. It's going to change things up just a bit. Lap number 17 has just been posted by Corey Vickers. Scott Randolph about a half track back, still in second. We've lost the 14 of Opie Brandt. So Joseph McGill now up on the back bumper of Randolph. See if he can at least take second here. Meanwhile, back up front, Corey Vickers negotiating some of the lap traffic over on the back straightaway, about to take the white flag this time by. Best battle on the track is still for second place over on the back straightaway. Scott Randolph holding off Joseph McGill. White flag is out for your leader in the meantime. 1 lap to go for Corey Vickers, starting dead last. That's what you dream about, isn't it? Starting dead last. Hey, we got a side-by-side battle into turn 1 here, and now turn 2. Joseph McGill going to take one last-ditch effort to try to get that second spot away from Scott Randolph. In the meantime, your winner right here at the stripe, car number 7, Corey Vickers out of Cookeville, takes the checkers. Here comes your battle for second place off of turn 4. It will be the gold digger, Scott Randolph. Joseph McGill will round out your top 3. Here comes your battle for 4th. It's way over in turn 3. Here comes the 51 of Greg Taylor out of Baxter. He's got it, but we've got nearly a photo finish there as the 13 of Amber Gilpatrick out of Knoxville try to take it away, but she does manage to get a top 5 finish. She will finish in 5th. And again, your winner out of Cookeville, Tennessee, Corey Vickers. $500 richer here tonight for your Crown Vics. And again, a big shout out to Wayne Childress and the gang at New Point Lighting and Design. They've added to the purse from second through last place. It pays $75 to start, so a beefed up purse here for all the local classes this weekend for the Mountain Moonshine Classic. Presented here at Smoky Mountain Speedway by East Tennessee Auto Outlet, with 2 convenient locations to serve you, as well as FK Rod Ends, presenting racing action this weekend at Smoky Mountain Speedway, and the big Mountain Moonshine Classic, $50 grand to win tomorrow night, and a gigantic Moonshine Barrel trophy to go to the feature winner tomorrow night.
Big check. Folks, let's put your hands together for your Crown Vic winner tonight, Corey Vickers. Corey, we still got quite a few people here. We got some folks watching at home on FloRacing. As Brad Bird mentioned, most drivers dream of starting dead last and working the way to the front. I think you were watching some of those super late model drivers going up top, because that's where you win, and dominating winning here tonight. Congratulations on the Crown Vic win.
Thank you, sir. That's exactly what happened. I went to the top and just stood on it, and here we went, you know. A lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Got any sponsors you want to thank on your Crown Vic?
Yeah, I got Cumberland Auto Glass on the car, Volunteer Muffler, Cookeville Auto Salvage, Wrap World. Help keep this hot rod moving.
Very good. We'll let you take some pictures here. Congratulations, Corey Vicker, winning, picking up the Crown Vic win. We appreciate those guys. A lot of those guys coming from Middle Tennessee. So we do appreciate not only the Crown Vics joining us tonight, as well as the front wheel drives.